Hello, my name is Helena, and this happened a few years ago when I was 14. I was on this expedition trip with my year in school where we would do activities in groups like gorge scrambling and mountain climbing, etc. The groups were picked at random, so the chances of being with your friends were slim, but I didn't mind as everyone in my group was very nice. The trip overall was amazing, but this one night made it even more memorable for the wrong reasons. The second last night was camping. We had to climb up a mountain which took a little over 3 hours, and throughout the whole climb I never saw anything out of usual. My group had 12 people, 3 which were boys and 9 who were girls, meaning 1 girl, and 1 boy had to sleep in a separate tent by themselves. I decided I would sleep in a tent myself because I couldn't be bothered being nice and polite in the morning when I was tired. After 10 o'clock, we all settled after eating our dinner and got into our tents. I fall asleep quite fast, no matter the situation, so I was falling asleep in less than 5 minutes, and when I was dozing off, I heard the sound of my tent unzipping. Weirdly, I didn't question it, because we were basically on the side of a cliff, and it was extremely windy, so I just assumed the wind was opening my tent. Silly, really. Now that I'm telling you this, but it made sense then. Besides that, I fell asleep. I woke up not long after that, at around 3 a.m. The first thing I noticed was that my whole body was shaking, and I was cold sweating. I slowly lift my head and look at the bottom of my tent where the zipper is, and I was shocked to see both zippers were wide open. I blinked, trying to focus my eyes, and looked to the bottom left of my tent. There was a small red light, and with that, I see a pair of boots. Fear kept my body still as I looked to my side and saw a man sleeping next to me. The man had black clothes, dirty boots, and rough, messy hair. He looked to be around 25, and as soon as I saw him, I wasted no time leaving the tent. I grabbed the camera I saw, and I was about 6 feet from my tent, walking towards my instructor to tell him when the boy who had to sleep himself, asked me if I was going to the toilet. I turned to face him and to tell him someone's in my tent when the creepy man emerged from the tent. His eyes were wide and aware, staring right through me. Stephen clocked onto the look on my face and turned, but as soon as he did, the man ran towards us. I will forever thank Stephen for stepping in for me in this moment, because I don't know what I would have done without him. He quite simply punched him, and the man fell to the ground, stood up, and ran down the hill into the darkness. Turns out, from the video, the man had came into my tent, set up the camera facing him and me, sat there watching my face until he fell asleep. The camera had only been recording for 30 minutes. My instructor contacted the police when we got down the mountain and to the base, but nothing ever came from it. They never found out who it was or why they did that. I still don't understand if the wind really was opening my tent or if it was that man, but that would mean he was sat in my tent for hours without filming. To this day, I still think about what he was doing when that camera was off.